Yeah, second down the card, Sean Strickland, Paulo Costa. They fought. It wasn't a very good, an entertaining fight, in my opinion, personally.
Yeah, it had moments, but
Costa
again
was shit.
Yeah, Costa
Cannot be relied on.
Why did he call for that to be 5 rounds as well?
Yeah, I don't know.
Do you know what? I would love to see Strickland in a 3-round fight. We haven't seen him in a 3-round fight for probably almost...
For a long time.
I would say close to 10 fights. Like, most of his middleweight reign, like this kind of streak that he's been on, has been him headlining fight nights or him obviously becoming the champion. And then since then, it's all been 5 rounds.
It seems like...
I'd like to see him go in
the
there.
The last one would have been the Alex Pereira fight, I think.
That's true, yeah.
That would have, but obviously didn't go 5 rounds. But
yeah, and that was on that was on a big pay-per-view from memory, wasn't it? That was on
the Adesanya
Cannonier, yeah.
So that would have been like,
which also had Holloway and Volkanovski on it.
Yes. Yes.
It did.
That's true. Fuck, time is weird.
Yeah.
That seems like that was like longer ago.
It
seems like the Alex Volkanovski Holloway one was longer ago, but the Strickland one was less.
Yeah.
You know?
I hear you.
It's odd.
But think about it. That was like the first real test that Alex Pereira had.
It was.
At middleweight.
At middleweight. And he's already...
Think about what he's done since then.
It's crazy. It's crazy. The guys, I love it when he comes up on the camera and everyone's like, yeah.
Yeah.
I think the only person who got allowed of Raw in the arena was Trump.
Yeah.
Which is like, I mean, it's going to be hard
to outdo that.
It's Donald Trump. People are like, what the fuck is Donald? Like, they're just keen to look at him.
Anyway, though, Strickland, what's next for this guy? I mean,
it's got to be a title shot.
Yeah, it sounds like we've got Dricus versus Izzy waiting to happen at the moment. It sounds like they're in the closing stages of making that fight a reality.
Perth,
yeah, maybe. Very well could be in Perth. If not, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw that maybe towards the end of the year even. But either way, does Izzy deserve that shot?
No. Fuck no.
He does not.
Absolutely not.
He got absolutely steamrolled by Strickland. Since then, Strickland had a very close fight with Dricus in a way that it really could have gone his way if you had some other
different judges.
Yeah, like we saw another example this weekend of some crazy judging going
against
on.
Him. Yeah, I agree. Like the guy could still be champ. Realistically, this could have been his second title defense. So Izzy doesn't deserve it, but that's what they will definitely do. I mean, I get it. Izzy versus Dricus sells a lot of tickets.
Yeah, and it was the fight that we were supposed to have when Sean originally stepped in and took Dricus's place.
And it doesn't mean that Sean doesn't get the next title shot as well.
I can't see him waiting though. Do you know what I mean?
He said in his press conference that he's like, I'll fucking wait. But I agree. I feel like he gets cold feet, and he's like, "Fuck, I need to do something." And if it ends up being a year, because he even said in his press conference that if they do Izzy Dricus and then the Whittaker Chimaev fight happens and they decide they want the winner of that to do, he was like, "Oh look, I'll just wait. I'm gonna wait. That's it. I deserve the title shot. I'm gonna wait." But like we say, is he gonna wait?
It's Sean Strickland.
It's Sean fucking Strickland. I think what's probably gonna happen is Izzy versus Dricus happens.
Sean will be the backup.
I think, I think if Izzy wins, he'll fight Sean next. If Dricus wins, it'll be Chimaev or Whittaker. Or probably not Whittaker, it'll be Chimaev if he wins.
Yeah.
And then I can kind of see like maybe them doing like a Whittaker Strickland.
Dude, that
title eliminator.
That fight needs to happen.
It does.
Those two in a cage. Fight. Yeah, because Rob Whittaker isn't the kind of guy that will, like, he also has quite an awkward style. He kind of moves in and blitzes, and he puts people on the back foot a lot of the time as well. Whereas the people that Strickland has fought in recent memory, I mean, you've got obviously Paulo Costa, which just happened on the weekend, couldn't get his shots off, spent the whole fight on the back foot, moving backwards, frustrated, did the same thing to Izzy. He did a very similar thing to Dricus, but Dricus somehow managed to point his way to a win.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Strickland versus Whittaker is the fight to make at middleweight.
I think you're right. I think that's a fight that would pose significant challenges to Strickland
and Whittaker.
And Whittaker too. Yeah. But what I'm saying is like I just don't think. I think the style of Costa and what he did to Izzy is like perfect. I'm just looking at like the way Whittaker fights, and I just don't see him being able to do that same thing to Whittaker. If you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like Whittaker's blitzes are going to cause a lot of issue for Sean. Those
Dricus fights in a similar way to that. He kind of puts his head down he puts his head down and comes in swinging and then finds space.
Yeah,
and
I mean,
moves in quite an unorthodox way. But yeah, I hear what you're saying.
I think I just want to see it. I want to see it happen. I want to see how that would work out for the two of them.
So Strickland title shot, Paulo Costa.
Costa's got to take a step back, like an Imamov, a Cannonier. Someone like that. He needs to go back.
Those two are booked to fight each other.
The winner of that.
The winner of that. I like that.
Yeah, the winner of that fight's got to be. And I want to see Costa go back to his old style where he went out fucking swinging.
I think for that he needs to go back into a 3-round fight.
Yeah, throw caution to the wind. Yeah. You know, fucking go for it. And get rid of your corner because those pricks are not in it for the right reasons. They told him that he was up 2-1 going into the 4th round.
Yeah,
he was ridiculous. Not up. He was 3 down.
I don't think he won a round at that point.
No, I don't think so at all.
I think the 4th round could have gone to Costa. But other than that, Sean won.
He seriously
at least
outstruck
4
him.
rounds. Yeah.
So, yeah, I want to see Costa take a good step back, a 3-round, maybe like a opener of a pay-per-view, a big pay-per-view card or something. I like that he's being active. I like seeing this from him, but he needs to stay active if he wants to. You know, he's only 33. He's athletic. He's a fun character. He's got a lot of room to grow into the sport. But should we pull up his record? Like
something also worth noting. I believe Sean Strickland overtook 2nd position for the most significant strikes.
Oh yeah,
overtaking Angela Hill in the UFC.
It's so funny that it's her.
Yeah. That's a pretty big. Big move.
It's so not good from Paul Acosta.
There's only wins in the last 5 years coming in the way of Yoel Romero and Luke Cuckold.
Yeah, I mean, this is not good. I mean, he's had some pretty cool fights. Like the Vittori fight was insane. The Rockhold fight was insane. The Whittaker fight was insane. Obviously, he got daddied by Izzy and Strickland, and the Yoel fight was insane. But you know, could have gone either way. Uriah Hall was, you know, the guy, it's like he's being fraud checked over and over again. We need him to go way down the rankings and see what he can do, basically.
I think it's likely time that we will see Paulo Costa kind of slip into the role of a gatekeeper.
Yeah, for a while. You know, for a while. Like, I just want to see him active, though. He needs to stay active, Paul Acosta. Like he's had 2 fights this year already. In 2023,
we could well see him fight again.
Yeah, I hope we do. He had 1 fight in 22, 1 fight in 21,
if
1 fight in
Chimaev
20,
loses,
1 in 9. Like he's not active, man. He needs to stay active.
If Hamzat loses, then that's
the fight.
Yeah,
absolutely agree. Absolutely agree. Should we move down?
Yeah.
So Kevin from Home Alone, he's doing all right for himself nowadays. That guy.
Kevin Holland
getting it done. Round 1 submission. We both called, I think.
I put down as a 3rd round submission on verdict. I can't remember what I said on the episode, but
right. Well, we both said submission. Slightly different to what I had called. I thought he was going to drop Oleg Zajac and then get the submission from there, but he actually got dropped himself and then got the submission.
Oleg, how do you say it?
Oleg Zajac.
Oleg Zajac looked pretty phenomenal out there.
He did. Looked really good. He's a tough motherfucker.
Oh yeah, but yeah, I think it does. Once again, there's levels. Do you know what I mean? And Kevin Holland is about as well rounded as it gets in that point of the division.
I agree. Yeah, he called it himself. He's the greatest gatekeeper.
Yeah.
You know?
And I think it was either John Anik or DC said that he's kind of underselling himself a little bit there.
Oh yeah. But he's just having a laugh.
But I think it really goes to show that is kind of what he has been doing. Like, he doesn't care who he's fighting. He doesn't step in there and kind of sees a fight as a, if I win this fight, that sets this or that up, or it kind of puts me on a little bit of a run to go towards. Like, he fights in 2 divisions.
He's taking it one fight at a time every time,
Yeah.
He's so active as well. Already fought twice this year. 3 times in 2023. What was it? 4 times in 22. 3 in 21. 2020 fought 5 times, all in the US. Like, the guy is, he's just so good. I love him. I love it.
Not only that, but 5 wins in 2020.
Oh yeah, and the last one of those being that crazy knockout of Souza, beating like Anthony Hernandez. That's a big win. Joaquin Buckley. A lot of
that was Joaquin Buckley's UFC debut.
Yeah. I mean, he has changed a lot since then. I'd like to see that fight again.
Yeah, that's a good point.
In fact, that's probably who I'd match up Kevin Holland with next.
Yeah.
Jump back down to 170. Joaquin Phoenix. Get it done. There's a lot of really good, like Gerald Meerschaert. Like, Jesus, he's had some great wins. That have aged really well. Charles Oliveira, like, that's crazy.
Stop being silly.
So yeah. Anyway, guys, I want to see him do that. I did see a bit of a hot take from the MMA guru saying that, his arm was already broken. He didn't tap. Why did the fight get stopped? Like, he's trying to display his heart so that he can, get out of the submission. The arm's already broken. You've essentially just let a fight go to a broken arm for no reason now. You know what I mean?
That's a good point.
Like, let him try to fight out of it.
I can see that, but
his arm was fucked as well. He should have tapped.
I mean, at the same time, being the UFC, you probably don't want to see people getting their arms snapped all the time and then continue fighting. It doesn't look good for a commission signing off on the fights that you've got coming up.
Yeah.
But yeah, at the same time,
I mean, bones get broken from kicks, from punches. Dan Hooker fought how many rounds with a broken arm against?
Even Kevin Holland fought with a broken wrist against
exactly.
Wonder Boy.
And then he decided that it was enough when it got to a certain point. You know?
I mean, if you can hide it, sure. But if you're just lying there and this guy is cranking your arm further and further into a fucked up position.
Yeah, but I feel like I want to see a tap or a TKO in that position. Oleg Zaitchik is a tough motherfucker, and he was like, this is my fight to lose. This is my arm to be broken. You've just now let me get a broken arm and gave me no chance to, if you stopped it before the broken arm, I'd be okay. But you stopped it just after it broke. And I don't even get a chance to fight out of it because he was kind of getting up a little bit. I mean, he was on the bottom, but, that's a reversal territory.
Yeah.
Just give him a chance. I mean, it is what it is.
This guy's going to have to take a lot of time off, obviously. So
yeah, a lot. And Kevin Holland can probably go right back in there now.
Yeah.
Against Joaquin Phoenix.
I mean, well, to be fair, he did take some pretty hard knocks.
He did.
I wouldn't be surprised if they,
give him a medical suspension.
Yeah, for a month or so. But
take a month, Holland. Take a month.
Oleg Zaitchik, I don't know if I want to match him up just yet because
I mean, I hope they keep him in the UFC.
Goes,
I really hope they don't cut him.
Oh shit! No, they should not cut him.
No, but I mean, like,
you think of the return arc for this guy, possibly. He
get on the steroids.
Well, not even get on the steroids, but just get well again. Next fight he has, they can just be like, this guy was so tough. He didn't tap even when his arm was broken. Rah.
Oh yeah.
But yeah,
no, absolutely.
I'm not matching him up at the moment. Kevin Holland, should fight Joaquin Buckley.
Yeah, absolutely.
If not, I'm sure there's shitloads of other people who are lining up to fight this guy.
And he would fight anyone too, so, Moving down the card, we had Nico Price versus Moreno. Look, I don't want to spend too much time talking about this one. It was shit. Both of the guys, not very, very high level. Shouldn't really be on the pay-per-view main card. Like, it's just annoying. But Moreno looked worse out of the two, and he lost. Nico Price clipped him a few times. Nothing crazy.
Doesn't look in shape.
No, and he didn't have power. No. I heard another comment that Alex Moreno looks like Justin Gaethje fighting only when he's hurt. When Justin gets hurt and he's like fucking like...
Yeah.
And I can't...
With the body of Ben Askren.
Yeah, with the body of Ben Askren. I mean, I just don't see why They must have been really scrambling for this card because, like, a win over Court McGee, that gets you on the undercard of Alan Curtis 2. That was a shocking card, remember?
Yeah.
A win over Court McGee gets you a place on the main card of a pay-per-view. You know, like, and then the same with Nico Price. Like, well, a win over a loss to Robbie Lawler a year ago gets you a main slot on 302. You're like, why?
Yeah.
Why is this happening? I don't. Surely there was better fights we could put on here. I don't know.
I think we're still recovering from the stardom of UFC 300. In all honesty,
yeah, and as well these Saudi cards, these Dubai cards that are coming up, like
they're pretty deep.
They're pretty stacked, and I can see what they're doing there. I mean the Conor card isn't that good either. There's 3 really good fights, and kind of just drops off from there.
At least we've got 3.
At least we've got 3.
That's coming up later this month.
Similar to Ian Gary's situation, you know, they got 3. You know,
nice.
Thank you.
I like how you tied that in. Cool.
But yeah,
I don't really care who these guys fight. In all honesty,
no, it's no stakes on that.
No,
really,
it's probably going to be another slot on a fight night for both of them. I would say.
Oh yeah.
After that performance,
maybe give Nico Price like a retirement fight on the main card of fight night next time. How old is he? You know, he's 34. He's
looks like he's 40 the way that he's moving around. He was
slow,
moves
weirdly.
Man.
He got knocked out by Philip Rowe.
And he couldn't find a finish against a guy like Morono who was struggling for the last half of round 2 and all of round 3.
God, geez, someone's ripping it up out there.
Just turn their car on.
Also, I don't know if you've noticed while we've been filming, but there's like a whole like microbiome of stuff up there.
Yeah.
Kind of cool, eh?
That's great. I've got a good view of it.
Good. Look, guys. Kopylov. We're missing Randy Brown versus Elezu Zaleski dos Santos. Cool name. Not so cool in this fight. Got the Randy Brown getting the win. He won round 1 and 3. I thought that was pretty obvious. Zaleski dos Santos, you know, he's older. He got poked in the eyes a couple times. He didn't get poked in the eye.
Yeah, it was hard to tell.
Hard to tell. Randy Brown, he's a weird fighter. Some strange like little moves that he does that you're like, what are you doing? Like,
yeah.
But you know, that's up to him.
Saying that, Dos Santos has wins over Benoit Saint Denis, and Sean Strickland, notably. So
was the Benoit fight at 155, or was that at?
I have no idea.
I wonder if we can see, because that would be kind of interesting. Because obviously Benoit fighting at 155. I wonder if he moved down. I didn't know. Oh, this was a card and a half. Holy shit. This was a crazy card. Holy mother of God. Where are we?
Welterweight.
Yeah, so Benoit must have used to fight at welterweight, which is funny. But yeah, some crazy wins this guy's had. Not the most active fighter on the roster, but yeah, against Randy Brown. I mean, maybe he looked a bit old, you know, this guy.
Yeah, he did.
Randy Brown, again, not the most impressive victory performance-wise. Who do we want to see Randy Brown up against next?
Is he ranked?
No, but he's on a 3-fight win streak after that loss to Jack Della.
All right, give him a ranked opponent.
I agree with you there.
Who have we got in the welterweight rankings right now?
Welterweight, we could do Neil Magny.
Neil Magny?
Neil Mags.
He's not booked, is he?
Don't think he is. Welterweight.
Luke's booked.
Yeah, we do Neil Magny.
Booked.
Holland?
No.
That'd be fun. But I mean, we already want Holland to fight
There's not really anyone there for him, to be honest.
Stephen Thompson? Not going to happen. Jeff Neal?
Yeah.
Could be a one.
Actually, didn't Randy Brown call out Jeff Neal in his... I think he did.
Could have done. Very much could have done. I can't remember.
And
take your word for it.
Like right after the fight had happened when he was talking to Joe Rogan. I'm pretty sure he called out Jeff Neal.